The first season of Lord of the Rings of Power was an abject failure in nearly every way. Not only was this the most expensive television series in history that had so much writing on it, that needed to be a global phenomenon that fell far short in the ratings department, getting beat consistently by other shows that were released during that same time frame. And when we actually got the numbers, we realized that only 37% of people that tuned in to watch this massive pile of shit actually saw it through to the end. But of course, there was the fan reaction. It would be one thing if it was maybe a ratings disappointment, but at least the fans really loved what they saw, but that was not the case. The fans hated this. Tolkien fans hated this. Lord of the Rings fans despised what they saw. And what was the response from Amazon? Well, of course, it was to call all their critics patently evil. And there's no legitimate criticism. It's all just based in hate. It's just hateful bigotry. This is not okay. Well, here we are 2 years later, and season 2 of Rings of Power is on the way. They just released the first full trailer for this shit show, and not only is it an incredibly long trailer, almost 4 minutes long, desperately trying to show people a lot of what they may have in store, it's already gotten ratioed. 45,000 dislikes to 35,000 likes. And I will just say this, it's not like, oh, it's getting destroyed, it's a million downvotes like we saw for the teaser trailer. A little more disturbing for Amazon should be the fact that this thing has 3.6 million views and barely any interaction. People, quite frankly, have given up on this, and there's a lot of apathy that's set in. Only 35,000 likes on something that got 3.6 million views. You're talking about less than 1% of people that viewed this trailer actually liked it. That can't be something that they're happy with. But what are we seeing? The same mainstream media that tirelessly tried to defend this show and say it's actually great and it's just a small amount of fans that don't like it. What are they saying for season 2? Well, they've already got their marching orders. Rings of Power releases an epic season 2 trailer at Comic-Con. Prime Video's Lord of the Rings of Power season 2 drops epic new trailer. Lord of the Rings of Power unleashes epic new San Diego Comic-Con trailer where no one is safe. Rings of Power Season 2 trailer is epic as it keeps you hooked with the rise of the Dark Lord. And when you do actually look into some of these things and some of the statements that have already come out, the idea that they want to give Sauron a Walter White-esque arc, that they want to humanize and make you sympathize with one of the most evil, disturbing villains in all of history, it's fucking deranged. And you put that on top of the damage they've already done to characters like Galadriel, like Elrond, the lore that they have just raped and pillaged and bastardized. Now, what do we have in season 2? We have them proving to be even more idiotic than they already are. Sauron was there before he should have been. Galadriel and Sauron almost fucked. The fact that they couldn't identify him as Sauron is insane. And now they're introducing Anatar. Somehow, they introduced Sauron there, convincing them to make the rings before they even introduced Anatar. But of course, now we do eventually get a proper Anatar apparently in this show, which makes it even more insane that Celebrimbor would go ahead and continue making these rings. How retarded could they possibly be? And what else do we know is already going to happen in this season? Well, we've got a new character, a female Elven Smith that's going to be out there probably to say, hey, Celebrimbor, I don't think you should be doing this. Another female character that gets invented for no reason that's going to have a big purpose in this series. We're seeing Barrow-wights in this trailer before they should, like thousands of years before they should actually exist. We already know what they're doing with Gandalf, with the Stranger. And of course, the inclusion of Tom Bombadil. Somehow, the inclusion of Tom Bombadil, who's going to be very important to this when there's absolutely no reason for him to be. So they're trying to do damage control. They've tried to tease all these, hey guys, it's just going to be a bunch of epic fight scenes. There's a bunch of, I'm not going to play this entire trailer because it's 4 fucking minutes long. If you want to go watch it, you can. It's over on Amazon Prime Video. I'm sure some people are doing massive reactions to it. But they're trying to desperately get people interested in this again, and based on the response, it has not worked. They blew their load with season 1, and despite all the discussions from internally in Amazon, we need to turn this around, we need to try to save this, blah, 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 the damage has already been done in large part, and the inclusion of all these other characters who definitively should not be there, or making these characters that are already there more and more retarded, is not going to help. Rings of Power Season 2 is already looking like it's going to be just as big of a disaster as the first season. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.